Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Darissa. If you haven't been here before, welcome to my channel. Anyways, I just wanted to just talk a little, right? So, boom. The running joke right now at the moment with me and my older sister, it's we're basically tell our mom that you raised us too nice. You should have raised us like a little tougher. This honestly goes into us basically being people pleasers, but that would be a different topic for a different day, right? But nonetheless, our mom, she was raised a different way, more so how do I explain this? She's the older sister after she's the second child, because she has an older brother, my uncle, and then she's the second child, the oldest daughter, and she basically had to raise her other siblings, right? But she wanted us to have, even though she didn't want kids, but she ended up having us. She did not want us to have the same childhood as hers, which I respect. So I grew up suburban my whole life, right? And honestly, nothing bad. I feel growing suburban, it didn't really nothing bad necessarily happen. Okay, well, I have again, it goes, but basically it kind of goes into people pleasing, but that would be again another video for a different day, right? But I don't know, because maybe I probably would have turned out this way anyways if I didn't grow up suburban, because as you guys know, I dress a different way, I talk certainly a certain way, right? I grew up in a more diverse school, so it wasn't bad. Child, when we got to middle school, and that's when I started meeting other people, oh lord, because it's not it's not I went to a dominantly white school. It was a handful of us. I would say it was a good handful of black people, white people, Latinos, Asians, Pacific Islanders. It was a good mix of all that. But the thing was, I wanted to fit in, and my older sister, she was on me, because she was okay, you need black friends, but it's I don't, girl, you see, I didn't necessarily fit in with the other black girls, but it was basically kind of it was basically a thing where it's I'm too white for the black girls, but then I'm too black for the non-black people, right? So I was just girl, I don't know what you want me to do. I don't. I believe it was during a little bit of middle school to high school, I ended up finding a good black friend all the way during senior year. Good, right? But I feel during elementary, I definitely had my friends. I tried during middle school, but the group that I associated myself with, that wasn't gonna work out. I'll save that for a different video. I never really thought about it. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, hi. So what I meant is I don't know, I didn't really think of my skin color, you could say, during elementary and middle school. I was just I could just be friends with anyone, right? It didn't matter the race. That's basically what I'm trying to say, or that's what I was thinking, right? I just thought that was just normal, I guess. I don't know. What was it? 8th grade year. I was in history class. That history class, it was we had I feel we had all the misbehaving students, but it was funny. It was hilarious, honestly. I think I'm gonna wear this with this, because it's kind of baggy, but it would be fire if I just had this, right? Which I think if I just had on this. That would be. I'm not in the mood though. Anyways, so this guy I went to elementary school with, he's black, and he's literally known me since what, probably 5th grade. And I remember we was because we sat in the back, I sat next to him, and I think we was doing work on a computer, but I think I had cuss, and he was whoa, Darissa, you don't do that. And I was what are you talking about? And he was well, you're the nice kid, you're the good girl, you don't cuss. Couldn't really argue with that. Not argue with that, but I don't know. I was someone that couldn't go like back and forth. I just dropped it. I was just like, okay. And then another story was when I was in camp. So I was like volunteering. So I went to that camp since 5th grade. So I was always like a camper. But then I got to like 13, and then that's when you become a volunteer. So I believe like it was like after lunch, the auditorium was being used, so we was just like walking around the field. So I was talking to like my camp friends, because like they were like a year under than me, so I was just talking to them. And then this one girl, she's black, and she was just like, why do you talk like that? And I think she was like, she's a camper. I think she was like maybe 2 years younger than me, but she was like, why do you talk like that? And it took me back. I was like, what are you talking about? And she was just like, like the way how you, and I was just like, and this is ignorant, but I was like, I don't know. I don't know what to say. Maybe that's like my issue. I didn't know what to say, but it's still ignorant. I was just like, well, I don't talk ghetto. Like I don't talk like, I know. I know it's very bad. I know. So that was just like my response. I don't know what she said after that. Again, I don't think I really thought about it until like years later, where I was just like, damn. I know, different angle. Listen, this is like me editing. During like Christmas, I was with my guy cousins, and we was like in his room, and I think we were just talking, and then he was making like some joke, right? And I was like, I called it an N-word. He was like, whoa. And I was like, what? Like he wasn't expecting me to say the N-word, but I'm like, I'm black. Like, again, maybe it's just like how people see me, how people perceive me, right? Like I don't say like I'm like I don't really say like that, honestly, anyways. So he was just probably like, oh, that's me bad, knowing how you are, right? Anyways, that was another story. Just wanted to say that. Now that I got like older, I'm just like, well, that was weird. It's not that like it affects me. I was just like, dang, that's like weird. But like, I don't know if it's like now that I'm older, now that I'm like conscious, because I don't know. I feel like when I was like going through like middle school, I was just like, I could be friends with anyone, right? I don't think they care, but it's like maybe like now that I got some sort of, maybe part of my frontal lobe is a little bit of a frontal lobe is there, but like now I have to be like kind of like conscious, right? Because I just wanted to be friends with like people, like I don't really care of like the race, right? As long as I'm friends with people who like me for me. That's really like all I really care about. Of course like I feel like like as a black girl you do need black friends, right? Because they could like relate to you on the problems, struggles, right? Like yeah, but that's just like my thing. But then I also have like a cousin, because she's like a few years younger than me. She's like in middle school now, but she had ranted to like me and my other cousin, because she was just like, my mom came up to me, like my aunt, she basically was just like, oh, you need more black friends. And she's just like, girl, you're the one that moved us here. A good like percentage of like black people at her school, but she's like majority, if it's like dominantly white. So she's just like, I don't know what you want me to do. These are the people I hang out with, they like the same stuff that I like, and the other black girls kind of don't. So I was just like, dang girl, I'm sorry. But I was like, that's kind of like real. It's like, girl, don't worry. It does get better. Like if you don't find, like, you'll eventually find your black friend, right? Like, it may not be during, like, middle school, high school, maybe. But maybe, like, hopefully, like, when you get into, like, the real world, maybe. I think I'm gonna wear this with this hat. Y'all, am I giving Janet Jackson poetic justice?
Hey, y'all, come look at this.
I know that's like really random. I'm so sorry, Janet. All that, I just wanted to like a little rant. If I do have black subscribers, hey, it gets better, guys. Don't worry. I don't have any friends right now, but compared to like the YouTubers that I watch, or like people I've watched like on social media, like TikTok, they're like, some of them, like black girls who did go to like dominantly white schools. Oh, like the stories that I heard, I was like, oh, this is nothing. I basically went through like nothing. Like, thank God. Like, listen, like my self-esteem is kind of like, it's up and down, honestly. But like, if I mostly went to like predominantly white school, I feel like it would have been, oof, it would have been worse. But like, this is just like, you know, my experience. I just wanted to talk about it, right? And honestly, I do not know how to close this out. But I appreciate you guys, you know, just listening to me talk. That's what I really like to do, right? And honestly, if you guys like, you know, you can also talk like in my comment section. If you could like relate, hey, I will reply, right? But nonetheless, I hope you guys enjoyed. Also, this is like my outfit for today for school. I also didn't mention, like, I didn't take out my braids because I thought I was. My mom told me that we were going to, but then I think she forgot. So that's good for me, because I still get to wear my little hats. So this is my outfit for school. My shoes, right? It's giving. Come on, guys. The fit is hard. Anyways, you guys could follow me on my Instagram, on my TikTok, right? And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.